All right, honeys. Oh, ah, this is fierce. Okay, I don't think we've ever done anything quite like this. So I know that we are just getting started at this, honey.
Somebody was anxious to start.
I am. Gosh, she take 20 minutes to get ready.
You could have gave me 2 more seconds.
Hi, Shauna.
I finally found the goddamn article. Now we can start. Go ahead.
Okay, you found the damn article about Brandon.
Yes. Go ahead.
Hi, honeys. Okay, we are tea and cocktails. I am Cisco Vegas.
And I'm Kris Cisco. Hi, everybody. I'm calling the alert. Let's get started.
Okay, so what tea and cocktails is, if this is your first time watching us, we talk about celebrity news and gossip from a point of view from two out gay New Yorkers, if you will.
I'm good.
Are you ready? And the tea and cocktails, I mean,
Only on the
we
weekend.
usually drink out of a red cup around here, but the red cup doesn't necessarily always mean alcohol. It's
Yes,
always...
it does. There's liquor in this goddamn
there is liquor right now.
I can't say nothing about it.
But there's also tea and there will be coffee. I mean, it's not always guaranteed, especially not for me, honeys. Shima and Linsta, hi, honeys. Okay, so Kris has come over today and he brought me, honeys, so many good topics, honey. I see E.J. Johnson also, honey. Hi, live in Paris. Yes, Linsa. Somebody needs a place to crush. Well, crush on Chris Avalon, honey. Hi, Georgie. Okay, so we got some celebrity news and gossip and teas and stuff. Oh, right. See, they already started.
Kiss your penis. No, you gotta show that first. And I don't think you can show it on. Wait,
okay, no, they cannot show it, honey.
Can you show dick on first?
Get to the tea, honey.
Okay, so apparently the first topic that we're gonna get into is the Beyonce formation debacle is still happening.
You mean the boycott?
Yeah, apparently, there's some police in, Nashville, Houston, New York is jumping on the action. Miami started first, but now it's like we have Nashville, Houston.
Nashville, her home city.
No, Houston is her home city.
Oh, well.
Houston, Texas.
One of them.
It's like Houston, Texas. You know how she always record them up in her songs and stuff. So it's like it's Nashville, Houston. You have Miami. You have New York now jumping in on it. And New York, I believe, is the one who said, I'm not necessarily sure one of them probably said it, but I think it's New York. They went and said something to the point of that we will help you out. We will protect you if you go on and publicly apologize for the Super Bowl performance.
Oh, honey.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, first of all, the song has nothing to do with the imagery that is used for the entire show. So I just like how the imagery of it all has sparked all this debate and conversation because they are talking about it and it's during Black History Month. So I think it's fierce. And, honey, I'm serious. And the fact that the kids went to the NFL just the other Tuesday, lest it had even been a rainy day, it was raining on them bitches over there. Thank you very much, Mother Nature. Mother Nature got information. That's what she did, honey. And with that, nobody showed up to that boycott. So I think the police are going to have to do their jobs, honey. You do when you have to go to work, and if you're assigned to work at the Beyonce,
every time you say work,
every time I say work, I know.
Work.
Rihanna and her video dropped, honey. I'd rather talk about that than this whole formation boycott.
Let's wrap this up real quick.
Because the police, you can't. The police cannot not show up.
Well, I get that, but here's the thing. Since Beyonce, this is my quick suggestion. Since Beyonce, used the whole Black Panther movement as a symbol at the Super Bowl, why don't she just kind of take it literally and even further and hire, kind of like back in the day when the police really didn't help people of color back in the 60s and stuff? What happened was the Black Panther movement was formed. It was created. So it meant
by
that
mostly women.
These people came out and actually protected the people in the neighborhood. So Beyonce, maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to go out, send out a APB or like an audition or whatever you want to call it, a casting call, industry talk, for some people who are ex-military, ex-police officers who are black.
Why do they have to be black?
Well, because we're doing the whole fist in the air formation thing, like kind of.
But why do they have to be black?
Keep the thing going. These A-list celebrities are all about image.
Why do they have to be black? It could be anybody.
I get that.
I think getting formation would be everybody.
I get that.
Get information and be
You're
unity.
You're bypassing the shade that I was throwing underneath the whole thing.
But there's a shade.
Hire some black people.
Oh Lord, there's no shady thing.
Since you trying to do what? Since you trying to
you're shady.
Since you trying to get information.
Shady books.
Since you trying to get information and shit, hire some black people, make them all wear afros while they doing ticket tape or whatever it is, or surrounding your stage, have them all wearing afros, wearing black, and got guns and shit on the side ready to pop off on these fans when they try to go crazy, whatever's gonna happen. But that's why I said this is like, just hire some people, ex-military, ex-police officers, whatever the case is, have them be your security. You got the money. Or just take the money you overcharging your fans to come see you and use that money. Have half the proceeds that's going to the water.
You say she's overcharging her fans?
What you think I'm gonna pay $300, $400 to go see you do the same fucking routines? That's not overcharge. Didn't you tell me? What was the last episode? You said in the last episode that it was how much money? What was the cheapest place to go to get some cheap tickets?
The cheapest place to get tickets, like I said before, was gonna be in Baltimore, Maryland.
So you could all risk getting shot going out there to go see Beyonce.
Don't say that about Baltimore.
Look, I've been to Baltimore.
It's true though.
I had a duck every time I got off that bus.
Oh, honey.
Okay.
So
moving on.
Well, Rihanna, honey.
Word.
Congratulations on your video launch.
I hate that. Look, I've already displayed it. I hate that fucking album. Anti is the worst album of 2016.
I like Desperado. You gotta stop, honey.
There's a couple of songs in there that's good. That's two. You said Desperado.
Money color.
Word. Leonio? I don't know. That's how you say your name. Leonio. Look, now I sound retarded trying to read.
Yes, honey. These are cocktails in our drinks.
Okay,
yes.
So speaking of working, let's talk about Kesha because she could use a job. We're good. How are you?
Oh my God. Hey. I almost I was like vaporing listening to the story about Kesha and her testimony on how working for that guy is. Yes, for the hearts, honey, for the hearts. Oh, for the hearts. But the testimony that she gave, it was so moving for me. It was like I could envision like being there with her.
I just think it's ridiculous the way this whole verdict that came out with what's going on. Excuse me, with Kesha, and basically how the judge, who I would have thought would have been more, thank you, you're saying we're very funny. We try to be. It's not like it's forced comedy. It just ebbs and flows as it is. But anyway, keeping on topic. I thought that I hate trying to use the whole thing. Oh, because you're a woman, that you should be understanding. But I think you should be. Now, if you're a woman judge, and I'm an artist, and I'm telling you that I don't want to be in a record contract with this producer who produced two of my.
But wait, she had a female judge?
Yes, the judge was a woman.
Okay, that's to be taken into account.
So you would think
because
that
she's a woman.
So
seeing a woman issue.
Exactly, you would kind of understand. It's like, okay.
But did you say that the judge was lesbian?
No, I didn't say she was lesbian. I don't know. She got the munch house and.
I'm just trying to find out. I just want facts.
No, she's
little shade.
Not facts. I don't know if she's a lesbian, but what I didn't like the fact was that you basically said because you were honoring a standard contract. Well, we all know these standard contracts that these artists are signing, especially these 360 deals because the record industry isn't what
Nobody knows what a 360 deal is.
Well, a 360 deal is basically now what they're doing is because the old way that you used to put out albums doesn't work anymore. So what it means is that everything you do, as in merchandise, touring, any outside endorsement deals, the record industry gets a percentage of that, which I think is ridiculous.
Always. This is tea and cocktails, Dan. Hi, I'm Victoria.
It's like, I'm not giving you a... Okay, now, you gave me an advance.
Right.
You gave me an advance of, some money, and I have to pay that back. Like, I get it and I understand.
Of course.
But
and they give you a loan to even finance the album, and then you must put together a tour along that same amount of money, and it doesn't always work on a budget like that.
But because you can't
don't nobody work for free. Hi, Jaku.
Yeah, but you can't pay back. I mean, ask Tiger, because he's living in a $4 million house that he's renting out for $17,000 a month. That can't pay that shit. But basically, to get back to the conversation at hand, what I liked about I was kind of disappointed with what had happened with Kesha and the whole situation. How the judge was like, well, because you're in a contract, you owe the Sony and Kemosabe. Kemosabe is basically
the dirtiest, nastiest, slimy. He is so dirty and shady, honey. Oh, I can't take him. I can't deal with him.
Okay, so with the whole thing with the record industry, well, his whole situation is now she's stuck in a contract where she owes him, regardless, 6 more albums, because I always thought the standard record contract was 7 albums, but apparently she got caught up in an 8-album deal with him. And
which is all automatically
working with Dr. Luke, and Dr. Luke is a protege of Max Martin. Max Martin has produced for everybody, from the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Kelly Clarkson, you name it, he's produced for everybody who's on the radio right now.
Right.
So Dr. Luke as well. But it's like, and I was a fan of a lot of his production, so now that I'm hearing this, it's like, it kind of makes me feel icky inside. It's kind of like when I heard the stories about the director of the X-Men movies, Bryan Singer.
Oh, honey, him and his parties with the little twink boys. All of my LA people out there, y'all know what kind of party that is.
And I'm not going to say much about it, but
it's cute.
The child that came out with those accusations.
And Kris, give me some light. You see this switch, the one on the right?
Yes,
yeah. Double tap it. Yeah, double tap it, honey. Yeah, see, I got some light now. You can see me. I was looking on one side.
You kind of cut me off, but the thing was...
I'm sorry. Going back to... Meanwhile, back at the ranch, honeys.
I was going to say an accusation, Bryan Singer.
I want you to get all into that if you want to. I mean, it's old news. People already know.
Well, not old news. I mean, those accusations.
Do y'all know about the accusations with Mr. Bryan Singer?
Inviting young boys to his parties and the sexual innuendos that ensued with drugs and...
Honey, all that. All that for him.
All true. So
of course it's all true.
But money talks and that's right. But speaking of money, I like the fact that a lot of people are speaking out in regards of coming together for Kesha, even though she's still stuck in hell with this guy. And technically, it's like, yes, she doesn't have to be in the same room with him while she's making her hits or producing. But the fact of the matter is, she's stuck in a contract with him. Every song she puts out, every album she puts out, he gets a piece of that. So he still has ownership over her, even though she doesn't have to be in the same room with him. So that's the messed up part. So
I mean, but do you think that they're gonna pay for like all of the marketing, all of her photo shoots? Do you really think that they're gonna do that?
Well, that's a good question, because if you're trying to keep me in a contract with you, you better put some money behind it. Because this is what they said, that we spent, because the argument in the courtroom was, we spent $60 million we basically spent $60 million on this girl, so we cannot let her go. And the fact of the matter is, if you're so adamant on this $60 million that you put and invested in her as an artist, then you better put the fucking money where your mouth is and invest in my situation, in my brand, or whatever it is. So you can't just be like, oh, well, we spent $60 million, and because I'm going to be bitter, as in the cipher of the industry, because a lot of you people that work behind the scenes of what's left of the record industry can be real petty, which y'all bullshit. So we're not gonna. We're just gonna leave her on the wayside and waste all of that, because like at that point you could just let me the fuck go, and I can work with other people.
And the thing about it, she really has improved as far as
the topic is. We're talking about somebody just to put in what's up. Yeah. The topic is we're talking about Kesha and the verdict that happened, where she's basically stuck with
having to do 6 more albums
with him, even though she
with her rapist,
raping her when she was 18 years old and drugging her.
And that's okay. I'm gonna make this music knowing that my rapist is profiting. It kind of makes her feel a little whorish, I would think. You know.
Not only that, but it's kind of like this is an example of what happens in this business. That you have artists who fuck for trash.
Who you say
who get sexually abused by people if you don't have the right people protecting you, like your parents or whoever the guardian is. A lot of people in this business, they're snakes. You have a lot of people who sit and sexually abuse young children and rape them and do all kinds of crazy shit to them if you're not watching them. So a lot of these people that you see in this business, when you see them acting crazy and showing their pussy and shit all over TV, and they're half naked, they're falling out of clubs with no underwear on it, they're drugged up. Half of that comes from the fact that there's been some shit done to them in this business. They've been turned the fuck out. That's basically what it's been. And a lot of people act like this whole world doesn't exist, but let me tell you it does. And a lot of people ain't gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna say some shit.
What was that B2K?
Oh, you talking about B2K?
Oh, honey!
Oh, you talking about what's his name? Razby?
Oh, honey!
All those stories is true.
Ooh!
You know,
that makes my heart palpitate when I think of all the drama. And he kept saying, "Oh, honey, that his manager was raping all of them, or Marianne."
You get those too. Remember,
all of them had to say.
Remember Lou Pearlman, who's in jail, the manager of Backstreet Boys and Instinct and all them. Instinct.
Yes, Daddy, Instinct.
But okay, so but the point of the whole thing was I wanted to extend, because we got too caught up in like industry talk, which can be a lot for a lot of people who don't really understand. That's why I was trying to break it down. It was taking too long.
I know.
But the whole thing I want to get into is apparently Demi Lovato and Taylor Swift have some kind of beef going on right now. That's kind of attached to the situation that's going on with Kesha. So a lot of people kind of tweeted their support for her. Everyone from Lady Gaga to Demi Lovato. And recently I just heard Nicki Minaj just unfollowed Dr. Luke on Twitter and Instagram and on whatever social media he's on. So she basically unfollowed him, which means that I guess there is some truth to this. So a lot of women are kind of speaking out without necessarily speaking out. But apparently Demi's feeling some kind of way because Taylor Swift apparently donated $250,000.
$250,000. That's $250,000. Yeah.
So basically, she gave her $250,000 to Kesha. We didn't need to. First of all, I didn't think we needed to know about this whole situation. But apparently, Kesha's mother, PB, tweeted about it. And so, Demi had a lot to say. So this is what happened.
Okay, what'd she say, honey? Read it out. You got the receipts, honey?
I sure do. You know, I always gotta come with the receipts. From Proud Swift, it said, I got this from @PitifulSwift. The fact that Demi took the attention off of the real issue, which is Kesha, and put it on her, and what seems to be a new rivalry, really shows her true character. Proud of you, @Taylor Swift, for donating money to help Kesha through this time. Now, where's the, I see what it is. Demi basically, I jumped the gun. So what Demi said was, I guess she had felt some kind of, so she went, take something to Capitol Hill or actually speak out about something, and then I'll be impressed. Instead of what she's saying is, why are you donating money to a cause when you could be going to somewhere like the government and speaking out against women being sexually violated and the fact that our government doesn't give a shit. And we'll get into something about this that kind of goes with this later, because this is why I said like the Amber Rose topic when she was on It's Not You, It's Men, it kind of falls into this as well. So we'll get into that later on, where it's like how women's bodies aren't being valued, or because you dress a certain way that gives you license to sexually touch someone in an inappropriate way. So when Debbie said, how the fuck am I making this about myself? At least I'm talking about it. Not everyone has $250K to just give to people. Would love to, but I didn't grow up with money, and deaf haven't made as much as her. At least I speak up about shit that's uncomfortable to talk about rather than trying to be politically correct 24/7.
I think it's real cute that hey Poppy. I think it's real cute that Miss Taylor Swift swimming in all her
Money.
financial success helped Kesha, who is somebody. Haven't they worked together or something previously? They've been involved together. I think maybe they both represented.
I don't know. Those of you who's watching,
They both
let us know
performed in the come up together. But I think Kesha and
conversations about Kesha and the Demi and Taylor Swift having a beef.
I think the fact that Taylor Swift gave $250,000 to Kesha for her legal bills says that they had some sort of friendship. I think so.
I don't know.
Or, you know, Taylor that's a donation for her charity. You know?
Well, damn, you looking at Kesha. So is Kesha some sort of charity case?
She is. She is fresh out of recovery. She is newly sober. Come on now.
My thing is,
This is big for her, and the whole reason why this even came out was because she got sober.
Well, I feel like, maybe the reason why she was on drugs and stuff is because she was trying to block out the...
Exactly. And one is not convention of the other. Thank you.
Yes, we should have our own show. In case any producers out there watching, as somebody just tweeted, it was like, you guys should have your own show. We're working on that. But anyway, I kind of, okay, here's the thing. I find that it's a noble thing for Taylor to give money if she wanted to give money in private. Because my thing is this, is that if you're going to give people, like if I'm donating money in this and I don't need to let everybody know all the different charities and all the different things.
That's how I know that they're not friends, honey.
But I'm just talking about in general. I don't need to exploit my wealth.
You don't do your friends like that. You don't publicly
that's what I'm saying.
Give your friend. You pull them to the side and you be like, come on,
and tweet. Just gave $250,000 to Kesha. Give me likes. Say how fabulous.
No, honey, you don't do that to your friends.
Exactly.
You pull your friends aside and you be like, here, honey, take this and get all right, honey. Take that and get all right.
But the problem is, what happened with, I just felt like maybe Kesha's mother should have kept it to herself. She shouldn't have brought it up. She shouldn't have made a big deal out of something.
But
and then it wouldn't have came, this whole thing wouldn't have happened.
Is a part of Kesha getting herself sober. It is. I think it's part of the whatever the 15 steps or how many other steps there? 30 steps. Some people need 30 steps. Some people need 77 steps.
I don't know Kesha's situation.
Some people need steps. Kesha needs steps, honey, and this is one of her steps. And we gonna just.
Well, my thing is, I don't know Kesha's
She gonna have 6 more steps. She should name her album Steps.
No, because then Dr. Luke get a percentage of that. But
that's fine. He'll be one of them steps. That final one should be called Dr. Luke, honey. Name one of your albums, honey. Yes. I serve his ass. Okay, every song will give her.
Are you done? Thank you. Because I'm like, I'm
on Kesha's side.
As am I. But I feel like with Demi's situation, like, okay, I agree with what Demi said. To an extent. I feel like she, I don't know. So now I lost my damn train of thought. So, I do agree with the whole thing, because I think the whole thing with Taylor Swift always trying to act like she's like this popular cheerleader with the whole squad thing, and how, I'm also politically correct, and Kanye's a big bully, and I'm scared of him, blah, 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 blah. All that shit is bullshit. It's like, come on, girl. We don't know behind the scenes you're a fucking bitch, because I've heard the story. But, to me, I just feel like, at the same time, it's sort of like, yeah, what I said before with Taylor, keep that shit on the low. We don't need to know the whole inside thing. Kesha's mother should have kept it to herself. if there's a whole thing with charity and money and whatever, and you're helping out with the legal bills, that's cool and everything. But I don't need to exploit and let you guys know what I'm spending my money on. And somebody said to me earlier when I was on, well, why don't I go to Capitol fucking Hill? Am I a goddamn woman? First of all, why do I need to go to Capitol Hill or have to be this whole government official and this, that, and the other? I'm not the one who's going through this situation. If I have a cause that I'm feeling passionate about, then I have other ways that I speak about it. On my blog, chrisavalon.com, check it out, bitches, if you got a problem. Where you can go there and see all the different things that I write about and I talk about where it's on these topics, or using this show as a platform to get the word across. So that's the way I fight about things, or I bring things up. I don't have to go to Capitol Hill to make my point. The fact of the matter is I'm responding to what Demi said. So hopefully Demi can meet up with Kesha, they can work on something and maybe find a way to bring awareness or to find ways to protect, because if all these women are coming about and saying stuff, or basically on Kesha's side, then maybe there is something to this story about Dr. Luke. And, and I'm sure he's not the only one.
I'm sure there is something to the story, but that's not what this suit was about. This suit was about her getting out of a contract. It wasn't about him raping her.
Well, that was the main thing that was driven to kind of push her.
I know, but that was not what was being.
That they felt that, because
she needs to fulfill the contract.
Exactly. So that's what the judge focused on. It wasn't the fact of the sexual abuse. She focused on, well, you're in a standard recording. Are we stuck or something?
Are we stuck?
I don't know. I can't tell.
I'm not moving.
Neither am I.
Wait, I just moved. Did I? But that's not how I am.
Are we frozen?
Let me see what's going on. Can y'all see us? Oh, I dropped my, Okay, we are live here.
Maybe it'll unfreeze itself. Anyway.
It's just a delay. Hey, y'all. Can we get... Okay, see, we lost our main screen, but it's still recording.
Can we get it back up?
I don't know if I might have to interrupt to get it back up. I don't see how I can. Honey, we gotta wrap it up then.
Oh,
we'll be right back.
So I'm gonna wrap it up basically say this. Just pull a Rihanna, release a new damn album every year, get the fuck out of that contract, and then release real music that you really want to release on another label. So yes, we'll wrap it up, we'll be right back, and then get this whole show rejudged, because apparently we froze on the other side. So we'll be back.
I don't know what happened. We encountered what? Right, finally, Chris.
Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah, honey.
Okay, now I can bring it back around. Do we have anybody with us still?
One person.
After we done gone through all this, scooch over some a little bit to make it fair. Okay, wait, I think it's gonna fall over. Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Okay, entertain the people while I find some balance. within the tripod.
Child, I look like a big girl on camera.
Oh,
This shit adds
don't let
10
me show all the mess I got on my table.
I said this shit adds 10 pounds. And I'm not a big girl, big girl.
You always trying to defend. Why don't you just admit that you a thickum, Sonny? Come on.
Was that a read?
He don't want to admit he a thickum. Oh crap! What am I doing here?
That's a question.
Y'all gonna go for a ride for a minute? Hold on. Okay, wait. I'm gonna spin it around, and then I'm gonna spin it around. There we go.
You making people dizzy.
I know. Y'all got that ride for free, all right? That's the ride y'all got for free, all right? So,
I'm about to do a porn film.
no!
This is my audition tape. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my God! Excuse me. Let me come through. Okay. Okay.
Back to the show. After those technical difficulties, now we're back.
One of these days, it'll be someone else's job to do all that.
Yeah, let's do a lot of technical stuff.
Okay.
Hey, bitch.
So, thank you for sticking with us. We are back. And now I want to talk to you a little bit about these housewives. Can we chit-chat about the housewives a little bit?
Yes, we can.
These shady bitches.
Real Housewives of Atlanta, particularly. You could talk about Potomac. I wouldn't know what the hell Potomac is, where it's at, who these bitches are, because I don't watch that basic ass show. I refuse to give energy to a bunch of Tina Knowles rejects who sit and talk about etiquette, and half the time these fucking monkey ass dumb bitches with horse hair is about as long as Madonna's in the what was it? Damn, I don't know. Sorry. The Madonna, the video that she did back then, bedtime story, but she had the long weave that was down to the floor and was flowing with the Diva fan long before Beyonce started using the damn Diva fan. I don't need them trying to tell what etiquette is. Half the time these bitches can't even spell the fucking word. So go talk about Atlanta Housewives, because that's the show I like.
So with these Atlanta housewives on their Jamaican vacation out there trying to.
I want to go to Jamaica for the food, not for the homophobia that comes with it. But I would like to go because there's plenty of places in Brooklyn I can go if I want some jerk chicken or some jerk ribs.
That's
so
all.
Never mind. I want to go to Jamaica. I'll go to Jamaica Avenue.
Okay. Okay, so they were all down there taking on Miss Kim Fields and her husband, honey, outing him on national TV.
Okay, go ahead.
Who's a mess, honey?
You tried it.
Not your hair, honey, the situation with the queen.
Sorry, I took it back.
See, and I'm so quick to even call them queens.
And they're not. Because I got issues with the people like the women, particularly the Atlanta Housewives. I'm not going to go into other Housewives shows because New York, Beverly Hills, those are the two shows that I watch. New Jersey, I watch. Those are the other three I watch besides Atlanta. They don't go in like the way the Real Housewives of Atlanta goes in. I'm sick and tired of women. I'm not going to mention no names because I don't want to be specific.
Mention names, honey. I want the shade.
Portia, Faktra, Nene, even though Nene wasn't bad in this episode, I'm talking about past shit that she said and done, where she's called men
continuously.
Where she's called men bitches and all this other stuff. You got people calling them, what was the word that he used? Delicate, fruity, all these different things. And Kenya too.
Soft.
When you use these words, and first of all, you live in Atlanta, which there is a recent poll that came out that said about 80% of the men who live in Atlanta right now are gay. And then my response was, you sure it's only 80? You sure it's not 90? Or I would have said 99.5.
First of all,
but I didn't want to be a little too shady about it, so I said about 90. I was a little nice with it.
But first of all, honey, having a 90% population of gays in a city, that's also happened before for San Francisco, honey. She used to be that way. And now she's a plethora of families, honey.
West Hollywood and a lot of places that are starting to change. Even out here, it was like Greenwich Village, Chelsea. They were known as the mecca for, you know, I ain't gonna say the gay movement, but basically a lot of gay people live there. But now
I blame Tyler Perry.
They've been pushed out, and they basically, now the gays have moved down to Hell's Kitchen, and they rejudged it. And now what's gonna happen is these white folk with money, or people with money.
How we get to New York? I thought we were talking about Atlanta.
But I'm just laying down the foundation in general, like what you were talking about before, where you have these different areas that become like a gay population. So it's kind of relating into that. But I agree with you about you blaming on Tyler Perry. In which way do you blame it on Tyler Perry? Because I want to hear your elaboration on this. Because apparently I posted something on my Facebook page about a list of gay men, celebrities who are pegged to be homosexual, and Tyler Perry's name came up, and there's a certain person, I won't put you on blast because I don't hurt your feelings, because he's delusional, he's in denial, but I had to like set him straight. I'm like, child, let me pull that wool off your eyes. He's like, I don't see it with Tyler Perry. I'm like,
don't see what?
In the words of Tamar Braxton, are you sure that he's gay? That's what I said. I'm like, all right, Helen Keller, you don't see that? You don't hear it? Okay. So you blame it on Tyler Perry which way? That there's this self-loathing situation with gays and the way he portrays homosexuals on tight-ass programs like Generations. I mean, the haves and the have-nots and things of that nature. Now, if y'all know about Generations...
I don't even watch, honey.
You remember Generations back in the day with Vivica Fox and them? They're like every black person was on... There was a soap opera that came out, but y'all need to look at this on YouTube. This shit was fabulous. Back in the day, there was a black soap opera in the daytime called Generations. Vivica Fox started out there. That's been back when she had an old face, an old nose, and
oh, you mean her original foundation of stuff?
Like, you know, back in the day when you actually look at the Kardashians and you remember what they actually look like to now when they're
no, honey, what y'all need to do is Google the picture of Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, honey, her original.
Kim had a Negro nose, basically.
Ooh,
she had a KRS-One nose. You talking about that? Oh, and they like to lie and say that's some straight up contouring. Well, we know the truth.
Kim's chin used to be so pointy, honey. If she tripped and fell, she'd dig a ditch. I'm telling you, she would fall right into her.
Well, since, you know, Connie likes fingers in the booty, she probably gotta use her chin to get up in there. But anyway, so what were your thoughts on the whole thing about the whole delicate thing? Because I really gave my I feel like, you know, I'm tired of these women appropriating our words, like, reading and shade and all these different things.
We have to trace this back to the source, honey. The network that it's on is run by a very out gay male, Mr. Andy Cohen, who has to oversee all of the footage and all of the edits and all of the things. So, I mean, I can't wait to see what he has to say, because he allowed this conversation to be had, really. But I like the fact that they exposed them for that. I don't think a lot of them women even really think about how much they're stealing. You know, not an original thought between them. Nothing.
No,
not even the clothes they wear, the shoes, or even the clothes that they obsess about.
Because it was like, okay, I remember when Teresa Giudice's husband, Joe, once upon a couple of seasons ago, made comments about gays, and he said something I guess was deemed homophobic, and Andy did hold his feet to the fire at one point, but I felt like he didn't really like go in and like hold him accountable for it. It's sort of like, oh, I'm gonna ask you the question, like, okay, but it's like, no, as like someone, if I'm answering the question, I'm gonna kind of bring it out to where like, well, do you see that what you're saying is possibly wrong, or it's not right for you to be saying this, or the way you come off, it may affect the way another person might take it. I get that you have friends who are gay and this, that, and the other, but when you say certain things that are inappropriate in a way, because my thing is, I'm all for politically incorrectness. I can't stand people who are like, well, you can't say tranny, or you can't say this, or you can't say that. Because I know the word fat.
Say that, right?
Why not? First of all, I have a lot of friends who are transgender and aren't bothered by the word tranny. So now all of a sudden we got these,
because I grew up, that's what we call the girl.
Exactly, me too. Like, I'm in my...
Like, I didn't know anything else. I'm really trying hard to refer to the girls as the trans girls.
Nope.
I'm trying to be...
I have no time to sit here and be like,
well,
this word is... No, I don't. This word is...
It is.
This word is offensive to you.
It's a level of respect.
No, I have respect for my friends. If my friends are like, I find it uncomfortable, I'm like, okay, I won't say that to you anymore. And so like, hey bitch, when you say certain words, like, oh, don't call me a bitch. Okay, well, I won't call you a bitch ever again. It's kind of like when I've had...
Except under my breath and behind your back.
It's sort of like when I've had friends who are like, see, my thing is, I use the word faggot. I use certain words when I'm referring to some of my friends. But
that's like, I'm sure you use the N-word, I'm sure you use all the words behind closed doors. But what I'm saying is...
Kitchen table talk is what we call it.
So that's what those women had, was a kitchen table talk moment. And
wait. It's no longer kitchen table talk when there's cameras involved. And there's a crew of 20 and there's cameras and producers telling you what...
That's what that conversation was.
No. Then what?
That's what it was. It was a kitchen table talk caught on camera.
No, that ain't kitchen table talk. It's no longer kitchen table talk when millions of people are watching you say it. Now, if we didn't have cameras on right now and we were having our conversation, that's kitchen table talk. The minute y'all watch it,
I want your kitchen table talk right here, honey.
My thing is, I say what the fuck I want. I really don't give a damn. But my thing is like, yes, I use faggot, nigga, I use all those words because it's amongst my people and my friends, and it's a comfort level. But when you have
it should just be banished.
It's kind of like
nobody should.
It's kind of like RuPaul's.
Nobody.
It's kind of like RuPaul's Drag Race. For 5 seasons, it was like, ooh, girl, you got she-male, which I thought was funny. Not in the content of meaning she-male. It was a twist on words because it's
it was.
It was like Tyra Male because basically he took a lot from America's Next Top Model and a bunch of other places to create RuPaul's Drag Race. But it's like, with she-male, I thought it was hilarious.
It's RuPaul's Drag Race.
Male, sort of the whole thing. I thought it was hilarious. But of course, 5 seasons in, all of a sudden, people start getting upset with the fact, oh, you're using she-male. It's inappropriate. But it's like...
There's people that's been on the show, too, and didn't win.
Oh, you mean like, Miss Carmen?
We don't have to say her name.
Carmen Career? Oh. I don't give a fuck. But
her and the fat one, honey, those are the two we don't talk about.
Who's the fat one? The one
Stacey Lane Matthews. Oh, that's her name.
Are you talking about that old back portion? But to wrap up this whole thing, like basically this all stemmed from so with Kenya starting her mess about basically insinuating that Kim Field's husband is a homosexual. Regardless of if he does suck dick on whatever, and if Kim and her husband have a mutual understanding where it's like, you know what, we're married, we have kids, but I'm going to let you go off into whatever their situation is, that's none of her business or our business. What works for your situation, and I've always said this, whatever works for your relationship is between you guys. It works for you. I'm talking
if like you like real cute segue going on.
If you like it, I love it. I'm not judging your situation because I hate when people perpetuate a certain way about their relationship, but behind closed doors is something completely different. That to me is being fake and fucking hypocritical. So what was it? Kenya's friend Brandon, and I hope when he sent this story to Funky Geneva that he basically held Kenya accountable for the shit she was starting. Because, when you have nothing to lose, when you ain't got no man that you basically just rent a new man every season, and you basically have no storyline and you have nothing to lose as a person.
Yes, Kenya, we talking about you, yeah.
When you need to do all of that, then it's like when you have nothing to lose and you say whatever the hell you want. But I feel like, how you going to pull someone who basically has been in this industry for 30, 40 years into something, drag them into something, and basically it's like, bitch,
I'm telling you,
what have you done? I've seen you pop up in different movies here, the black films, that basically like 10 people have seen, you know, like a Wayans movie.
Barely you even see how you saw Kenya, but you didn't even know who the hell she was.
Yeah, she's been Helen Keller. We don't see her,
extra.
we don't hear her.
Extra number 23409.
She's an extra that gets, you know, the producer, oh, you look interesting. We'll just give you a line of 3. We'll throw it at you. You can just say that shit on camera. That's basically what I get from a Kenya Moore. So I get that basically Atlanta Housewives is your come up, and you need to say what you need to say. So
she used her.
Do what you gotta do. You're thirsty. You're trying to be needy. It's not gonna happen.
That's exactly what she used this moment for, and she tried to get
when Nene left the show.
Kim to come out, and she didn't know what to expect from Kim. She was hoping Kim was going to be one of those blow up black women, honey. That's what she was hoping.
Okay,
and give her some sort of...
She was passive.
She was so passive. Pull Kim out of her...
That's what I said. This show was the inferior. She's like, I don't, like she said many times in the confession, I don't choose to go there or be ratchet and this and the other. But it's sort of like... Here's the thing, when you're on reality TV, you cannot sit by and just like let people walk all over you. It's like you have to kind of like, you can't just sit back and let people walk all over you and hello, boudoir.
Okay, honey.
It's like, you can't just sit idly by and let people just take advantage of you, walk all over you.
We talk about Real Housewives. That's where we are, and we're wrapping up on that. I'm about to go into a little bit more.
Yeah, but there's to wrap this, because I was trying to get to the whole Kenya's friend Brandon sending out an open letter. Just look it up. It's on Funny Diva's website, because basically he was saying like how a lot of times these women, I'm gonna just paraphrase because I'm not gonna read it. It's a long ass
drawn out something he should have said 3 years ago.
Yes, he should have. So hopefully he talked to Kim because he's talking about like the things that you say. It's a way of you're oppressing gay black men. So it's like gay men should only be there to make you look good, to tell you how fabulous you are, to do your hair and makeup, which is what I see a lot of. If you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season, I see a lot of that in Erica Jane. I like Erica Jane. The whole
Is she the boobalicious?
Yeah, she's the one with the blonde
fabulous
hair. She's a performer. I knew who Erica Jane was long before she joined this show. Well, if you're a part of the LGBT community, you know who Erica Jane is.
Is she a trans?
No, she's an actual woman.
Oh.
But all that work and makeup and all that stuff, she's on her 40s, she kind of looks...
She looks trans-ish.
Yeah, she does. She looks trans-ish.
Yeah.
Trans-ish. Oh, that's a new word. We should coin it. Like black-ish.
Trans-ish, honey.
So
I'm sure that somebody...
I see a lot of that. Sort of like, gay men should not be looked, in my opinion, I'm tired of gay men in media, TV, whatever the case, being portrayed as we're accessories to straight women, that we're there to make you feel fabulous about yourself. We're there to dress you up, do your hair and makeup, tell you look fabulous.
That's what we for.
Well, apparently, the way that we're portrayed in the media, it seems to be that way. But I'm hoping, like, with this show and many things that I have coming up, that we can be that change, because I'm tired of seeing it as well. But here's the thing, it's sort of like, we need to stop. We need to hold these women accountable for the things that they say about us. That we cannot just be used as accessories and they appropriate our stuff. And then when we step out of line and we hold their feet to the fire for the bullshit that they say, then you want to call us sissies and delicate and faggot and this, that, and the other. It's like, no, I will read your ass. And yes, that is a word that we coined, that we came up with. So I'm going to use it.
And there you have it. And I think we have given Miss Brandon more than enough time discussing her late-ass letter. Brandon, you late queen. You should have said this 3 years ago, bitch. Oh, good God of America.
Okay, so here's the thing. I so don't want to talk about them. But let's get into them damn Kardashians.
Do we have to? We have to talk about Miss Thing being the reason that cornrows and box braids and whatever. Yes, fashion gods.
Yes, we don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about white people like the Kardashians fucking everything that's 50 Shades of Black and appropriating our culture and trying to make it fashionable. We can talk about that. But we could talk about that.
But I want to talk about
Kris Jenner's afraid of Kanye ruining the Kardashian brand, if there is one.
What I think it is, Kris Jenner is connected to OJ. And if you've been watching this movie, OJ Simpson killed Kris Kardashian's best friend.
Nicole Brown.
Nicole Brown? Okay, he killed her.
Goldman.
Okay? Yes, we know. We're going to get to the Kanye album.
We talked about the Kanye album in the last episode, and I said that I actually loved the record. It's actually like one of my favorite albums so far, and it's only February. So
yeah, I like a few tracks on it. It gets a little crazy, the Kanye album. But let me give you why the Kardashians are so driven.
Yes, go ahead, conspiracy theory.
I'm telling you. So, Chris's best friend was killed by OJ, black man. So, Kris raises all her girls that we're going to eat black men, and tells her son we're going to eat black women too. So that's why he is taking down Black China.
Mm-hmm.
And the Kardashian women have been through most up and coming men. All the men that they have been with have been on the rise, and once they get with them, they step right on them and crush them and keep continuing to rise, honey.
Absolutely, that's why.
Thanks, BSC.
That's what I said. It's sort of like they're literally black widows. Emphasis on the black.
And the widows.
They have destroyed every black man they've come across. They've destroyed Ray J. Let's start with him.
Ray J was already a mess.
Well,
that one don't count.
But they benefited off the back of
but Ray J was already fucked up.
Kim benefited off the back of Ray J while being on her back.
Okay.
That. You know, later on, and not even doing it well, because, you know, I was like, when I watched that video, I'm like, girl, like, I hope your skills have gotten better since then, because if you're thinking that you pulling a Mariah Carey and just gonna lay on the bed while you do all the work, like, no, come on, one thing I can't stand is a lazy leg, but let's get back to the tea. So it was like, you got Ray J, then you had, who's the other one?
Reggie Bush.
Thank you. You had Reggie Bush. You got Lamar Odom. I would include Scott Disick in this, but he's not black. But he's pretty much a mess.
He got black tendencies.
But you know, but his whole situation is a mess. You got Tyga, who, like I was talking about, is a child molester, because I don't know how you letting your child mess with no grown ass man who's, what is he, like 25 with a baby, and your daughter is like under the age of 18 with a fucking boyfriend that she's had for 2 or 3 years.
And thank you, Black China, for bringing him around.
Then you got Black China with Rob. I was gonna call him Black Rob, the rapper, but it's like you got Black China with Rob, and then you have Lamar Odom with Chloe. So somebody wrote, "Don't forget Token from South Park." That's funny.
Yes, honey. Yes.
But to me, it's and now you got Kanye with Kim. So it's like Kanye has just lost his mind. He's going crazy. It's like the talent is there. I think he's great as a producer. I like his songs. Yes, they're not always perfect, but the fact of the matter is, I feel like masterpieces aren't perfect. And I feel like this album is a masterpiece for this year. Like, out of all the hip-hop albums that I've heard so far, I think the album is really good. But for Kris Jenner to talk about that Kanye is ruining the Kardashian brand, I think is bullshit.
No, he brings value to their brand, honey, because without him, I think he really helped escalate their fame value. He brought something to that. Because I don't think well, they also brought a little something for him as well. Because him and his rants were going to lead him into a courtroom situation, and Kris Jenner has turned it into a paparazzi power. What do you think of Power, honey?
It's alright. I like, my favorite song on the album, I like Famous. I like,
oh, you like the Famous?
I like the song that he did with Chris Brown.
Yes.
That's like one of my favorite songs. I can't remember the name on the top of my head. one of the things I do kind of feel, I like the song that he did. I don't know if that's the lyrics, if that's the same song you're talking about, but I do like the way he kind of talks about being a family man and how he loves his wife and all that other stuff. So I like talking into that. I don't know the name of that. The album doesn't have to be perfect, but it's sort of like you can pick.
It's not perfect because there's like
I like an imperfect record.
Moment,
I don't like shit that's just like, oh, it's overthought, it's overproduced, it's overdone, it's oversung, but you got to go through 75,000 takes because you're not happy with the 76.
That's how this album was put together.
I kind of like when people just throw shit together. So it's just. Just sort of like just put it out there and what people.
So you like more of a JC where you just start the tape and then you just go.
My thing is I haven't been a Jay-Z fan in a minute because I feel like Jay-Z lost kind of a sense of self. Maybe he needs to just fixate himself and on working on Tidal and getting that whole mess situated.
You better leave my Tidal
like I said
alone.
Last week, I'm not spending $20 a month on no damn.
You better leave my Tidal alone.
But I'm just saying, Tidal needs to be called Tide. So my thing is that I feel like the mental is just got to get together. Like
who's mental?
From basically on the insider people that I've heard from. I don't like to give my sources, but he's extremely difficult to work with. Before he used to be like easy to work with. Now it's sort of like
he also used to be humble.
Well, that too. But I think he I don't know if I've said this before, but I just feel like maybe I've had a gazillion conversations with other people when we talk about Kanye. But it's just like I feel like he hasn't really truly dealt with the death of his mother. So I feel like he needs to kind of deal with that.
Have you been there with him crying inside of his closet?
No, but I feel like he just really hasn't taken a moment to kind of like just sit still and just like let everything roll off his back, like water off a duck's back or something. As the phrase I like to take from Miss Jinx Monsoon. But it's like I feel like he hasn't really he needs to just kind of like take a moment, center himself, figure out what's going on. Maybe he needs to see a therapist. I don't know. But
how do you know he's not seeing a therapist?
Well, if he is, it's not working.
Okay. Maybe that's what it is. It's not working.
But I feel like, for them to say that Kris Jenner's worried about Kanye ruining the Kardashian brand, my thing is, how many people have this family fucking ruined? So, we're not even going to go there with that. I think he needs to get himself together. Apparently, Kim is upset about Kanye's Twitter rants and etc. But it's like, if that's your man, reel his ass in. Like, be a woman and reel your man in and tell him, you know what? What you're doing is like, calm down. Like, think before you hit Twitter up with them fucking caps and start popping off and saying crazy shit. Like, think about what you're saying. But I just feel like
looking at the Kanye,
she ain't woman enough to handle all that. She ain't woman enough to handle a Kanye. Speaking of which, did you hear about Diddy Ciroc vodka test?
Sell apple Ciroc, honey. I bet you all of the little tweaker kids have gone out to get them some apple Ciroc for a bumper factor.
Funny thing is, I've actually thought about buying the apple Ciroc when
it's like good all by itself, but I doubt that it would have any cocaine.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know if there's anybody out there that's tried the apple Ciroc and y'all felt a little crazier than usual, like from your usual.
We got a hop.
Your usual vodka.
We got a hop. Somebody, is that in sympathy? Have you tried the Ciroc? Can we get a comment, honey?
Just let us know because I've never tried the apple. Like I've had Ciroc, but I've never tried the apple one. I'll
have the Ciroc if I'm at a bar and they don't have my preferable liquor. Then I'll do Ciroc as a secondary. Hi, Gina. Damn, Gina. Yeah.
What?
Tequila.
Me too.
Vodka. Those are my go-tos. A Patron margarita.
Yes. Exactly.
Fierce.
That's what I was gonna say. Like one of the things I love is a Patron, like Patron margaritas. I'm sorry, but it's like I don't know if it's called. Well, I don't consider myself. I have bougie moments. I can be a little more bougetto than anything. But
okay.
When it comes to it, it's like I love a Patron margarita. Them shits is expensive as hell though. Like especially if you live in New York, which we do. Them shits is $15 top shelf tequila. But because I don't know, it's like the cheap alcohol gives me a headache, so I have to,
Exactly.
so I have to stick with the $100 or more when I go to the bar because I know I drink a lot. So and I can't have no cheap shit.
Yes, he does. He drinks a lot.
As I'm doing right now.
A lot, honeys. He drinks a lot.
We should do a drinking game. We should do a drinking game. Every time I pick up this, y'all should start doing that with us too. Every time I pick up this damn cup and take a sip, y'all should take one with us.
You should take one with us.
Okay,
so
tea and cocktail.
I'm telling you, but and since we do live in New York, I want to talk about how a lot of single eligible.
I'm single.
Eligible, sexy, single friends.
But I'm single on purpose.
Okay, being single on purpose. I want to talk about the controversy of what is an average penis size.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently,
we're talking about penis sizes here, honey.
There's some girls, and I think guys, when they talk about, it's average, it's not that big. And I'm like, what do you consider average?
Yeah, what do you consider average? Let's see some numbers.
These have, well, yeah, we'll wait for those, but I'm going to say that these have us said 9 inches. I had to look at them. What do you think about Russia? I like Russian boys with big dicks. Yes, they do. Like I told that same story that I told you in the last episode is that one of my friends who used to be a bottom, well, he wasn't, I don't know if he necessarily was bottom, but he bottomed for this guy that he met that was in New York. It was gay. It was gay and he was Russian. He took some of that Russian dick and child, he's a top now. Oh. So he can't, like, he couldn't take it. So
one Russian dick
turned him off him. Take him in the blood. Yeah, blood. You know, I had to throw that little Kim reference on.
A little Kim reference. Her and Diddy got a new video.
I know, I saw. I gotta post it on my website, chrisavalon.com. By the way, if you guys want to check it out, I gotta keep advertising. The officially launched today. But anyway,
it launched 30 minutes ago.
It sure did. So, yeah, so what do you consider the average penis? Because I gagged when somebody said it was like 8 inches, 9 inches is average.
Are we talking about internet or actual inches? Because there's two different things. Like, I still, even though I've been in my relationship, I still feel like I hook up with people so I get a chance to go on first dates. We do it together. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things.
Wait, so you're telling
our viewers, your dick was little on the way over here.
Wait, so you telling our viewers you're in an open relationship?
I mean, you know.
I just had to throw, I already knew, but I just wanted to, you know.
Yeah, that's we'll get into more of that.
And, you know, by the way, I'm all for open relationships because I ain't the type where I can't stay committed to one person for 10, 20, 30.
You really like that.
I sure
You're like, oh, I want my... It wasn't that way for me. It just happened.
I get bored with the same person after a while. Like, I think, like, with relationships and stuff, if we have that connection, that's fine. But it's sort of like, I like sex with other people. You don't want to stay, like, my parents, you know.
You can't wake up to the same old pancakes every day.
No, sometimes I gotta add a little chocolate. Sometimes I gotta add a little chocolate chip to it. Sometimes I gotta add a little
mango.
Sometimes I add a little banana. Sometimes
chorizo.
Sometimes I gotta add a little, you know, peanut butter. You know, depending on what it is, like, yeah, different pancakes. Sometimes you want to.
You don't want no peanut butter.
I like peanut butter pancakes. Them shits is good. But I ain't talking about that peanut butter. I ain't talking about mudslides. No, y'all need a douche. That's another topic we need to get into. Some of you have us, when I be going up in it, like, no, not me back, because I haven't bottomed in like 2.5 years. But, maybe it might be 3. But it's like when I am talking, because for some reason, like, yeah, this is weird, like getting into a whole different thing. We'll get back to the whole
I'm finding way too much up.
But it's like,
you giving me shit to TMI,
I'm talking to the viewers. It's like when I go out to clubs and bars and different places in New York, it's sort of like I run into all these bottles. Like I could be in the mood to get it in. Like, okay, maybe this will be the day that I actually bottom. I didn't eat no beef or none of that other stuff all day. I dushed, I cleaned myself out, I cleansed and all other mess, and then I'm ready to, get it in, and all of a sudden, this guy that I'm looking at that looked like a straight up top, by the time I get my pants and my shoes and socks and shit off, it's like, your legs are thrown up to Jesus before I can even get my damn clothes on. Okay. So it's just sort of like, okay, well, I'm welcome to the dark side of the
Hey, Darth Vader.
And so like,
I can't even read that, honey.
Because we don't speak nor read Russian. But
wait, what time is it?
3:40. So my thing is just like, I can't get into that whole thing of, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go with the flow. I'm gonna just go into it and like, I guess this is what I'm doing today. So wait, did you even say what you thought the whole size and inches and all that other mess is?
Well, I like a larger variety. I really can't put a number on it, but like for me, in comparison, I like being surrounded with like similar endowments.
So the thing you despise is when a guy goes and says, okay, so you ask, okay, so how big is it? And it's sort of like, whatever that means. When you have people who sit and say, okay, well, so you're like, okay, so what's packing or whatever? Because, apparently in our world, the dick pic is a new hello or greeting card. So that's basically what people introduce themselves with now.
I need to see the face.
I agree with that.
And then the body connected. Like, I need to see a cute face. How you keep your hair. How you got your situation.
Because as men, we're visual creatures. I feel like as men, we're visual creatures. So it's like, you want to see like the whole package. You want to see like how attractive is the person, how big is the dick, does the like how
fat is the ass.
Exactly. So you want everything that's fitting in that whole equation. You want the complete package. And I'm not well, I think I am kind of picky, but it depends on what it is. Like, I'm not picky as you have to be Latino, a 9-inch uncut dick, and you gotta have a fatty, you gotta have tattoos, you gotta be tall.
I'm like, exactly that. Everything he just said, if that's you, inbox me. Okay?
But my thing is, like, some people are real picky about how someone's supposed to look, it's like, I go based off of connection, vibe, or how I'm feeling about that person. If we meet up and we have that connection or that vibe or whatever, then I go with the flow. I'm not real, I prefer people of the Latin persuasion, but I have hooked up with people of different races. Like, I don't discriminate. Mm-hmm. But it's like, to wrap this up, it's sort of like, I don't know if penis size is everything. My thing is, okay, when it comes to me topping whatever, as long as you got a nice ass and that shit is clean and you're attractive, that's enough for me.
Okay. And there we have it, honeys. His opinion is the final opinion, and all of those elements that he named that he didn't want, I'll take them. Inbox me. And send me your greeting card. You said the new greeting card is a penis picture, right?
Well, apparently because it's like that's what everybody's doing these days.
Send me your greeting card.
People don't hit you up and be like, hey, how are you? But it's sort of like, because I get it even when I'm in my face. Like, apparently Facebook is Grindr now, or Facebook's replaced Grindr. But I got guys hitting me up in my inbox talking about, you want to jerk off or you want to do this. I'm like, what?
And you forgot last week I was telling you my LinkedIn. I got the dick picture through my LinkedIn profile.
You did?
Yes, honey. It was fierce.
Well, you got to show me that on
Oh my God! I got rid of that. I blocked them and all that. I was like,
why, you scared you?
Oh, yes, honey.
I used to be scared of the dick.
I used to be scared of it, but now I'm
like
scared.
A real bitch.
Okay, anyway, we can't make him.
Oh yeah, I can't. Oh yeah, we had to stop. I had to stop. I was like, yeah, I ain't got money to pay little Kim.
You gonna make him?
Okay, well, I want to say, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Big Angie's family. I was sorry to hear that she lost her battle with stage 4 cancer. What was that? I think it was in her lungs, her brain, and I forget.
Her liver.
And her liver. So it was sort of like, I was sad to hear that that's what happened to her. The current season of I was about to say the Real Housewives.
I thought you was gonna say all the Mockingbirds. I was like,
the Mob Wives that current season playing now. It'd be interesting to see like what happens at the reunion. And I hope with this topic that I'm about to bring up, and I'm just brush over real fast because I want to try to wrap up the show. I want to be doing this for like 3 hours. But it is like it was disheartening to hear that Karen Gravano and Brittany Fogarty were asked not to show up at the funeral because of their father's ties with the mob. Because a lot of people, I guess, who were in the mob or knew Ange were going to be there, and they didn't want no fights and no beefs starting. So apparently, Brittany Fogarty's father testified against.
But wasn't he also a rat?
Yes.
Okay.
Brittany's father was a rat, and hey, what's up, Lamborghini?
All right, Lamborghini. Oh, that's my favorite car. Lamborghini is my favorite.
And Karen Gravano's father was what was his name? Damn, he used to work for John Gotti.
Yeah, he was Gotti's right hand man.
Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull. That was his name. So Sammy, I think he died in jail as well. But so they didn't want them there because it's sort of like, and I find that it's messed up that. While Ange overlooked the fact of the sins of the father fell off on the children, that people who were going to show up at the funeral could not do that. And the fact that, I know the media is calling Neil, who is Ange's last week's episode.
It seemed like she was there alone.
She was, and she basically insinuated that they're not together, they've split up, and she's kind of left them, and she'd rather do this alone.
It's about her family.
But I don't know if those divorce papers went through and he signed them and they're officially a divorced couple. But she insinuated that, just because you kick somebody out doesn't necessarily mean the divorce has been finalized. Mm-hmm. So they're probably still married, which means that he gets to say something. Now, the interesting thing will be how this family copes and how they'll survive without her, because when I've watched interviews and I've seen the way Angela's been around her family, they seem real dependent on her to pay the financial whatevers, to take care of them, and she's kind of been that way, where it's like, I'm gonna take care of my son and my daughter and his kids and all these other people. But
she's taking care of everybody, okay?
Yeah, so now that
we got that. We got that.
Now that she's gone, it's like, y'all gotta figure out how to take care of yourselves. So be interested to see how that happens.
Moving on.
Yes, the last topic I want to get into is Amber Rose. I love me some Amber Rose. She went on a show that's on Oprah's own network called It's Not You, It's Men. It's a show that's hosted by Tyrese. Yes, the singer that only works. He is like the philosopher.
That's their show.
Yes, the philosopher.
It's on the own network?
Yes, that's the shit that's surprising. It's on the own network. It comes on every Saturday. You can check your local listings. So they had Amber Rose on there, and they basically were talking about consent. And at what point...
You mean sexual consent?
Yes.
At what point does a person go from, oh, I want you to, no, or where does that end?
Well, it's sort of like because you see a woman, basically the whole topic came about because Yvette Nicole Brown was on the show as well. I love when she's on Talking Dead. If you ever watched The Walking Dead, there's a show that comes on after called Talking Dead. I like when she's on there because she brings out her little book and consent. So it's sort of like I can walk in a room because it's like, yes, I think it applies for anybody. If a girl comes into a room and she's wearing barely their outfit, she's got a tight outfit on, boobs are out, this and the other, and then you have a guy who's gonna touch you all inappropriately. So okay,
do you want them to touch your sister?
No, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people feel like, I don't know, that Rev Run insinuated basically that, well, if you want to be respected, you have to dress a certain way. You shouldn't. The way you're dressing is inviting people in to touch you in an inappropriate way. I don't care. Look, there's times when I'll admit, I go to the club.
Yes.
I go to the club. I worked hard on my body. I work out. I got big arms. I work out on my abs. I work on this other stuff. So when I go out, yes, I like to wear low-cut shirts with my chest and my arms and all the parts that I work on are exposed. And if I'm wearing tight pants,
so are you inviting people to touch you?
No, because I'm feeling my oats in the moment. Like I'm feeling the fact that I'm feeling sexy. I'm looking good. You're inviting maybe like, okay, you want guys to look at you or you want somebody to give you attention, but that doesn't give you a right to be like, I'm gonna start grabbing you. Because that's happened to me at a club before. I've been in a bar waiting for a drink, and I've had people come up to me, and all of a sudden I'm feeling people grinding their dick Oh, somebody said I don't understand when you speak fast.
She doesn't understand when you speak too fast.
This is a New York thing. We tend to talk really fast because we always got.
And he talks very fast.
I know we got places to go and shit. So I'll try to speak a little slower. So it's like I've had situations where I've had people grinding up on me with
unwanted.
Yes. And I've had to be like, do you
so you didn't turn and toot it at him?
No, well, no, I cannot speak French. I'm sorry. I mean, sorry. But it's like,
womp womp.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is that, okay, I would casually like, okay, no. And on top of that, it's like, okay, he wasn't attractive either. So they're playing the fact that, so it's like, okay, that's not saying that, okay, you have to be attractive in order for me to give you attention. But it's like, if I'm not feeling you, regardless of the situation, if I'm in that mood, I'm not giving you, that doesn't give you the right to touch someone inappropriately. And she had to school people like Tyrese and Rev Run on this because I think he feels like because he's married and he's, you know, a man of the cloth, that gives him a wherewithal to just be like, well, this is the way society, this is the way this. He did half the time
in a nutshell, giving advice to women. So Reverend Run and Tyrese is trying to turn hoes into housewives.
Because the audience was like agreeing with what
she
they
booed
were saying.
The audience?
Yeah, she went boo to them because they were clapping at stupid shit that Tyrese was saying or Rev Run was saying. And I'm like, that's not true. So basically what she was like, if I'm laying down with a man butt naked and his condom is on and I say, you know what? No, I don't want to do this. I change my mind. That means no. That means fucking no. That's it. It doesn't matter how far I take it or what I have on. When I say no, it means no. And actually, she's absolutely
What is she? Wait. But who is she saying this about? How did they get on that subject? Because something happened to her.
It was a whole lot that was going on in the episode. So basically, like during the show, Tyrese compared a man trying to grab a woman dressed in a sexy outfit with someone wanting to play basketball with someone wearing a basketball jersey. And here's the thing: there have been guys. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. So that's what? That's exactly like it makes news. And basically, what she was like,
okay, look, this is the part, honeys, where I really you have some more story, right? I gotta get a refill. All of our good followers, and plus I want them to get a look at my ensemble as I walk away just for a moment. But look, honey, fabulous showing. Did you attend any other shows? You didn't?
Show. That was the other one I went to.
Oh, okay. It's the only one he went to. The most outrageous.
Invited to the Our Hearts Festival. I was gonna invite to the Our Hearts Festival, which is the one I went to last year, which I saw Michael Costello. I've been to the Michael Costello show, the Mr. Triple X show, so I'm doing all that. My thing is this: getting back to the whole tea about Amber Rose. For an example, like what I said before, if I'm wearing low-cut clothes, or in the summertime, especially in New York, you'll see a lot of guys. Dominican guys, men of color, who walk around in split. Eggplant season is in full effect when it gets hot.
Eggplant DP, dick print season.
But you know, I like the eggplant child.
Oh,
guys walking down the street in New York, they ain't got no shirt on, or they have a tank top on, or they're walking around with basketball shorts, or some sweatpants. Eyes from side to side when they're walking, and they know they're getting that attention. Because you know, in my eyes is. So the reality of that is it's like, if I see that doesn't give me a right to walk up to
him and grab the Jeep
on display. It's being advertised, so that gives me the right to grab it.
I kind of want to grab the DP.
I do too, but
they'll want to fight you, honey.
No, because you're doing it in public. They wouldn't do it behind.
Yeah, they wouldn't fight you behind closed doors.
That's a whole nother story. But it's like, the fact of the matter is like, yes, society has raised us to believe a certain way that because someone dresses a certain way, because someone behaves a certain way, or the way a person carries themselves, that gives you a right to touch them in an inappropriate manner. This is why we have situations like what I was talking about with the whole Kesha situation before. Regardless of if you're putting money behind someone or you're helping someone out, that doesn't give you a right to put your hands on. It may be like nobody should be Cosby-tized when it comes
Cosby-tized.
Exactly.
That's what we call it now.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Cosby-tized because I believe some of them stories. But it's just like
some of them, not all of them.
I ain't say all of them, but I believe some of them. He ain't in it, he ain't like that Britney Spears song said. He ain't that innocent. But it's like my thing with it's this fact that as just wrapping this whole thing up, it's like as we tie it all together. Because someone looks a certain way, dresses a certain way, it doesn't give you a right to put your hands on them or to touch them inappropriately. Now, if it's invited,
here for that.
And it's sort of like, yes, because someone, if I'm in bed, it's like, yes, if someone is in bed, which was like, then, you get the guys who go say, well,
at any moment, you're able to walk
like
away,
this,
honey.
You got the rape ensues. So it's sort of like, don't get up in your feelings. If somebody says, because I realize like so
we are in this digital society giving winners allegedly. All of these things are taking away the competition, the fact of earning things. Well, I deserve one because they have one. No, honey, you didn't work for it. You can't have one.
Absolutely. When I was growing up, we had to earn trophies for a spelling bee, and I still remember the word that I misspelled. It was hysterical. I would have won that shit if I would have spelled that right. I spelled it with an I instead of a Y. So it was like, it's different, but I feel like because when it's like you're a child of the 80s and this, that, and the other. Oh, somebody's name is Rim. Oh. I need a rim shine. Hey, diggy, diggy.
My Manoon.
I had a...
Okay, so, moving on. I want to talk about... We did. I want to find out.
Oh, wait a minute. Can we talk about Caitlyn Jenner and the fact that this bitch want to open up start a damn cosmetics line? First of all, if your skin look like burnt chicken cut like Rue went back when she was doing MAC, then buy some bullshit from some damn Caitlyn Jenner. But that's just my... Well,
of course you're going to buy the MAC from Rue, honey.
Yeah, because that skin is
because that's shellacking it all on, honey. Well, I guess that's what Caitlyn has to do as well. It's the same thing, honey.
She needed to thank Annie Leibovitz for making her look like a natural woman that one time. But, what did you want to talk about? I just had to throw that out.
Benzino is on every TV show, on everything, and every... They trying to be Stevie J and,
But the funny thing is, Stevie J and Jocelyn only been on 2 reality shows. They're on Real Housewives. Goddamn. See, all these shows are too fucking similar. That's the damn problem. They're on by Stacey to Stevie J and Jocelyn. That show was horrible.
On the thing. Good God.
And you talking about I need to embrace my thickums. That's what I told you. You're skinny.
You need to embrace
your skinny.
Your thickums, not mine, honey.
Oh no, I heard the big beat by Azealia Banks, by the way.
And
we give the insight on that. I love that fucking song. Can we talk about Azealia Banks?
You like it?
I love the song. It's taking it back to her 1991 EP days. I'm glad she's going back to that. Now, I will say this because I know a lot of y'all is like,
I don't like her. She says negative things about the kids.
Who's that? Marvy. Oh, you cute.
Hi, Marvy. He looks cute, don't he?
Yes, he is.
But and he got some knowledge. Okay, we're going to address that, Marvy.
Yes, we need to.
I like her music.
You're welcome. Boo. But anyway, this is like, I'm trying to get me a date on my
Marvin.
And you in New York? My thing is, I love Azealia Banks. I like the music. I think out of all the female rappers that we have out now, she's able to transition. She's good at producing her songs. She's a good rapper. She's a good singer. She's good at like kind of emulating. And I love the Broke but Expensive Taste album, even though her record label didn't.
You said that last time. You said that last time.
I love Azealia Banks. I understand like the whole crazy and all that other stuff, but I like Azealia Banks. Oh, it's all
right. Just keep coming back. So what we said was, where you from, and are you single, and when you gonna come and sit with us and kiki?
Exactly.
Okay. Now,
because we're in New York, by the way.
Okay.
But what are your thoughts on Azealia? Because I know you have.
Well, I don't like Azealia because I I have all of her music, honey. I was kidding. I live for her. But no, I'm not gonna listen to someone every time she get mad. The person that she mad with is a faggot. To read.
But wait a minute, but all that you saying, she was basically reading Perez Hilton.
Okay, but still,
which
regardless,
she wasn't lying.
Stooping. No, we need to get rid of all of these harsh terminology. Honey, you obliterate all these words.
But she's supposed to be, my thing, I don't know, she's supposed to be a member of the LGBT community, so.
I mean, she making the music I like to buy.
House music.
All right.
So I kind of like that she's going back to that. So
all right, I feel like we talked about her too much. Okay. You still cute, Marvin, but I just don't want to talk about AB. Next.
I don't know. We pretty much
we did that.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to talk about the Grammys and how tied that was, how basically the Grammys is becoming a glammed up, and not even the MTV VMAs. It's becoming more like a glammed up version of the American Music Awards, because it's like y'all nominating the same 5 people, giving them the same 5 awards, giving them the same tired performances. I wasn't impressed with nobody. The only performance I liked was Kendrick Lamar. I thought Taylor Swift needs to go back and take vocal lessons.
They're also boycotting, just like Beyonce, I believe now, right?
But why they boycott Kendrick Lamar? Did nobody hear To Pimp a Butterfly? Like, first of all, if you listen to the fucking album, it's a politically charged record. He's infusing jazz, hip hop, R&B.
It's so good. It's so good.
Spoken word, which is kind of like the same shit that Jill Scott was doing when she first started out. So it's just sort of like, why am I acting a brand? See, this is the shit that pissed me off. See, this is another thing. White people, I need to have a conversation with y'all. I love my white people.
Dear white people.
Exactly. If y'all ain't see that movie, you need to fucking watch it. I think it's on Netflix. But just because black people have a voice and they speak out against certain situations that we deem not right or correct, or that is affecting the black community or people of color in general, doesn't mean that we're racist. I do believe that there are situations where, yes, black people, because this shit pisses me off too. Black people always go, oh, we can't be racist. Bull fucking shit.
Yes, you can.
There are black people that can be racist. When you oppress another group of people, or you come at people in a way that's deemed threatening, harmful, or negative, it is racist. What Beyonce is doing, when she's speaking out against police brutality, when she's speaking about please don't kill us, it's a call to arms. It's not anti-police. If you're a cop who hasn't abused or don't agree with that, that's not saying we're against something. I don't know why people try to equate that with the two. And so like, oh, if you speak out against, but I have family members who are fucking cops. So it's like, for you to say shit like that,
wait,
where they come in and
wait, did y'all catch that? Wait, so are they fucking cops or are they fucking cops?
What do you mean?
You said you have
people
that are
no. Fucking cops. Just in general. They're not having sex with each other. No, they're not having sex with each other. Although there have been situations where there was a guy that I met on a certain website that was a cop that wanted to have sex with me. But so yeah, that's a whole other topic. There are gay cops. There are gay cops out there, but that's not what I was insinuating. The whole fucking concept. I have family members that are police officers. Is what I'm saying. So so for saying that, it's like, okay, just because we speak out and we have a voice for something doesn't mean that we're anti-police. I'm not anti-police. I'm anti-rogue police. When there are cops out there who decide to take the law in their own hands and they want to start shooting people and they want to start abusing people and they want to start profiling a certain amount of people, because you got assholes out here like Donald fucking Trump who is spreading lies and rhetoric and racist bullshit because they're trying to insinuate fear and all these other crazy things just to get votes. Where you're trying to get votes. So you're trying to scare people in certain areas, people with no fucking common sense or original thought in their brain. When you're starting to do stuff like that, that scares us. And I know we can speak to our people out there who will watch right now who are in other countries. I'm sure
they don't know nothing about what's going on.
I'm sure they do, but there's people that like they look to social media, they're reading like they think America's like this great land, which it is, but like for opportunities, this, that, and the other. But the thing is like I'm sure that when they look at the way our politicians are, they kind of look at it as like it's a joke. Like they have to look at us like, okay, these Donald Trumps and these Ted Cruz and all these other people, like y'all got some clowns running for fucking president. I know they gotta be looking at us like we crazy on this side of the pond. I know they have to be looking at us like
I know that they are, but we are here to give them a different point of view about America. Now, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to our 7-part series.
This episode got to be at least 3 fucking hours.
Oh my God, honey.
But here's the thing.
The sun has gone down.
If y'all
I keep trying to find my son, honey.
Have fun the island, But it's like, if y'all have a drink with us, then it's sort of like, it makes the show so much funnier.
It makes it so much better. And plus, we'd like to hear from you. Please put your comments across the bar. Put your comments across. Wait, it goes this way. Across the bottom here.
Exactly. Just put it
Give us hearts across all of Kris's back.
Plus on top of that, I'm looking forward to like this show is just so much fun. It's awesome. I love it. The fact that we get to drink alcohol on shows, so we get to be a hot fucking mess on live in front of all of you, and then everybody on YouTube.
Live and direct to you. We come
to
bring you a little bit more of what we bring in a little bit more of.
So be sure to tune in for the next episode of Teen Comics, which we're going to film next Monday, same time. Well, probably not same time, but you know. Sometimes I fall into CBT, which stands for Color People Time at times. Mm-hmm. So be sure to tune in next week. Also follow my website, KrisAvalon.com. That's KRIS Avalon.com, all together, where I give you the latest news and gossip, all other stuff. So see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us. And hey girl, hey, grab your drink, bitch.
This has been the Kris Avalon commercial hour of cocktails. I hope you got that whole long ass link.
Shameless plug. And you know I'm not afraid to give a bitch a shameless fucking plug. So yes, let's wrap it up.
Thank you, honeys.
Yes.
Cheers. Oh, hello, Norway.
Ooh, we got Norwegian people up in here. All right. Yes. He about to turn it off. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Honey.
What is this?
What is this? You have to watch us back, honey, because
it's called.
It's over.
It's called Your Ass Is Late.